Very good evening, welcome back everybody, WallStreetWarlord with a brand new episode in our Rome 2 campaign. Alright, so we jump into this and you might see a few differences from where we left things off. I had a bit of an issue loading up the game somehow. Every time I loaded it in, I think there was an issue with the last load that I did. I wasn't able to access to it, so I had to go sort of one episode back essentially and play it from that. So I played offline to get it back to the point where we kind of left things off in terms of cities conquered, but I was able to do a few things in between, sort of in terms of army composition wise. Essentially, what you still recognize from last time is that we took the cities in Spain with only the last one standing here, but that's the guys who would immediately bring us into a conflict in Gaul as well, which I'm not immediately keen on. We might do it at some point, but for now, I'm happy to leave them be. They sort of like us, as in they don't really hate us. So we can leave that for the time being. This episode, though, turned out a bit differently on the Eastern Front, where these guys pushed on heavy. So this changed a little bit. We're still sort of in a good spot where we're in a defensive angle here, but there's a lot more armies around. I'm not sure where they're hiding now, but I got my ass kicked a few times when this happened. So that's going on. Other than that, I've been able to do a little bit more in terms of what we mentioned last time, recruiting more auxiliary units. As you can see, income has gotten a lot higher, primarily due to the fact that a lot of the, let's say, the basic armies that I keep in place, I use the auxiliaries for that, right? Because these guys are there to hold the line, and I can work with auxiliary infantry to essentially work with that. I think at some point I might sprinkle, let's say, 2 Roman units in there, just to sort of make them still Roman, but I'm not sort of sure. I reckon because they're not in a danger zone, you can keep them in auxiliary units, whereas the prime units that we're going to be pushing with, those are still heavily catered to the Roman infantry, with only the auxiliaries using as cavalry, the ranged units, and then some sports spear infantry, right? Keeping in line with the historical version where the Romans were obviously the king of the heavy infantry. We got this random army floating around. I'm not sure what we're going to do with them. Might have a look at that, but honestly, it's not a whole lot. The same thing for our navy. They're in the verge of getting completed now, where I essentially kitted these guys out with some Roman units in there just for the flavor of it. I might actually drop down one more, keep it at 2 or 3, depending on what it is. I might have to keep this at 2, and then supplement the rest with all the with the skirmishers with the auxiliaries as well, because my vision with the navy is to use these guys to essentially raid coastal cities behind the line, right? So, for example, if we're taking a look at these guys, this is the line that we're going to be doing a main pushing off, but if I can use these guys to essentially raid behind the enemy line to raise one of their other settlements, then that'll be well worth it. Now, for now, it's a little bit tricky where all of our naval stuff is out here, so we don't really have a base yet for the eastern seas. That is something that we do need to work on. Obviously, ideally, we're going to put a base, let's say, somewhere around here on Crete, I reckon, for this eastern sea. But we're missing right now the strength on this portion here. Unfortunately, if you look, for example, in Brundisium, these guys, you can do... Yeah, you can at least get these guys. That's something, but it takes me a while before we actually get there, which is a bit annoying because these guys kind of suck, right? The melee attack is very low, so they're not useful as an attacking unit. What do you get? So this all depends on the city, right? So whatever the city is, whatever you're able to get. For example, with these guys, early on, we're able to get the axe warriors. Melee attack is only 20 though. It's not really good. Versus sort of the 35 melee attack 47 that we're able to get. So I don't know, I'm just playing around with where can we actually get good units from. I mean, 37, that's right. Still not as good as our guys once again. Right there behind Toki Extraordinary. And you can't do that. And why can't you do that? You're not able to do that because you're about to do. You just need to get to the next turn. Okay. Look, we're gonna have to upgrade that. That's probably something for next turn because we do need something to recruit these guys with. The catapult, essentially, we only get from Carolis, which is alright, I reckon. Probably one of the other cities in the Eastern Frank will push to get the wharf out for. Maybe actually in the other. I'll think about it. We also recruited an additional spy, which is going to come in handy in the next turn. So that's essentially where we left things off. I don't think anything needs to be upgraded. Yep, it does. Legio 3, what do we give you? Formidable fighters. Defenders, and then force. Missile damage, no. Morale, not really. Atlantic force could be well worthwhile. And for you, give you the campaign movement range. Cool. Legio over here. What do we give you? First one, formidable fighters, clearly. And then for you, push it on to the tactician. So in terms of Spain, we essentially wrapped this up. So we've got these armies floating around. I'll keep these guys here whilst we build up the city. For the rest, everyone is moving out east, because we don't really need them here right now. So these guys are moving out. I'll be building, say, another auxiliary army over here, essentially just to keep the peace. I don't reckon these guys are going to do anything. So yeah, and I'll probably keep one army around Alaria Corrales sort of as a QRF to jump in where needed. So we'll end the turn. Sorry, not quite yet. We're missing someone. Junia in this case. Go for you. Cool. Then we'll end the turn. I also had to intervene with the family a little bit. I'll show you the diplomacy screen later on.
My offer is shaped intricately and with great care.
No, I like you, but I don't like you that much. Okay, these guys are sailing away. That's good. And it looks like we were able to get sort of a breathing room on these guys, which is excellent. It's just what we need. Trade with vote ally is no longer possible. Okay. Yeah. Relax. Cool. Also, we got the this army here, essentially just keeping watch. But I'm looking for my navy. Where are you? You're up to 50. Great. So, double time it. And make your way over there. And then you... Can you get there in one go? You can? And recruit the units. 1, 2. Great, that's the navy essentially sorted. Excellent. Right, quick look. Very cloudy on the map here, isn't it? Quick look at you then. Okay, can you get rid of some of these spies? You can't assassinate. Any specific reason for that?
My skills are yours.
Sabotage failed.
Rome deserves better. I am sorry.
It's not possible.
A woman's
It's annoying.
words
Ready for
can
orders.
be persuasive. Well, that worked out all right.
Which cities is a part of? Dominium, Epidamos. Okay, ideally also you would probably want to put the auxiliary barracks in Dominium, but for the time being, a little bit finicky to put them there.
As you command.
At your command.
Let's put you
At once.
on the border.
Is that all?
Fine, it's over there. Just stay there. We can always pull you back if need be. We also got this army in Rome, which is recruiting, doing its thing. That's fine. And this army over here, you can move back over here. All this guy needs to do, essentially, just hold the line. So I'll give you another auxiliary infantry. Hold the line. Don't do anything crazy. That should be fine. Quick look over in Africa. So, you guys. Yeah, if you're gonna go there, you're gonna go through their land, so I don't want to do that. Come out and see.
Is there nothing else?
And make your way over there. That's fine. Right, now that we've got some cash, the auxiliaries also, they massively help in terms of the upkeep. So that's a big boost over there. So don't know what everyone thinks, by the way, but is this the bonus that we get, right, as the family of Cornelia against the auxiliaries? Is that cheating or not? I mean, it's an ingrained bonus, right? So if that's a faction you're playing with, and it's geared towards working with foreign cultures and working with foreigners, then perhaps that's just the way it is. I've been trying to come up with what's the rationale for it, right? Like, why is it that way, so to speak? But I don't know. I'm still not sort of fully sure. In iron workshop. Manufacturing. Okay, sure, just real quick. I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the... winter. What I'm really trying to figure out is, does the province have a boost? I don't know, where can I see this? So for example, the province of Lusitania, does the province have something special? Doesn't show anything. And obviously now it's winter, but it doesn't really matter too much. Is there anything special that I can see? I don't think so, actually. Which is a bit annoying. And obviously you've got all the workshops and stuff, but... Military workshop. I mean, do I really want to build it over here, though? We do need something of an army with siege equipment to avoid having to sit out sieges all the time. But would I build that here? Or rather, do I want to build that all the way out? Out over there? I'm not sure. I might actually be better off doing that in one of these places. Netherlands, for instance. Can you... Yeah, so we do need the ballista. Let's put that over here. I'm not sure if that's useful to put that all the way out in Spain, right? I mean, how the hell am I going to transport my ballistas from over here? I think that the movement range sucks. All the way out there. So what do I do with these guys? Well, I'm not sure yet, but I reckon... I mean, growth is good. Public order. I reckon whilst we're here, we might as well. And then probably... Field of Mars for the auxiliary barracks. I reckon that's the way to go, honestly, for now. Alright, over here. What do you have? You're building. We've got the manipulator barracks over here. I mean, we can essentially drop this off at some point, but for the time being, we'll keep it. You're transporting. You're moving. Okay, so I think that's it for this turn, right? Everyone happy? Yep, everyone happy. Let's go. So back to myself, by the way. If you can hear, my voice is largely better now. I was sick last week, and to be honest, this week still a little bit. I think it's been dragging on for longer than I would have liked. But I did come up with this extravagant supplement stack, like extra vitamin C and the whole shebang to try to get it on the grips as soon as I can. I think it helped in the sense that I don't necessarily feel horrible. Like, there's been times when I got a cold. Generally speaking, it does last me for a few times, but I felt truly horrible with it. Right now, it's not horrible, right? It's manageable in some ways, which is, I think not bad. Agent detained. That's not good. Who's detained? Enemy spy. Okay, well, that's not good. Let's see. I'm always curious. What's the
At your command.
What can we create? Not a lot of auxiliaries here. Okay, there we go. Auxiliary Iberian swordsman. Pretty good. So we'll give you an army. We've got the upkeep for it, so we'll do.
Soldiering. It's a good life.
4. So maybe to keep it leveled, right? You're gonna have to, you need some guys in the army, right? So let's maybe do it like this, where we do No auxiliary cavalry in this province, really? That's new. Hang on. Let me check this though. Is that auxiliary camp? Yeah. There we go. Auxiliary cavalry. So it just needs to be upgraded. That's fine. We've got the cash for that. So we'll push you up. Awesome. Everyone, I think, is Boria. You can't have a port. That's fine. You've got a trading port. All good. Jupiter for now. Speaking of temples, I was gonna get to that. So let's say for our temples over here, do we have any temples? Yeah, Jupiter, which at this point got +4 wealth from all sources. Is there something directly to agriculture, since that's majority what we're doing here? Port order, wealth from industry, maritime commerce, culture. Recruitment costs, generated by slaves. Might still be the temple, actually. Wealth from all sort. Yeah. Okay, let's upgrade the temple for it. That's fine. That's alright. You in Roma. Take a look over here. What can we get? Because for now, we got still the velites. Is there any ranged? No, there's no other ranged units here. But what is the benefit that it actually gives? If I upgrade this, what does this give me? We've got these units, we've got the garrison. -6 food, repair cost, recruitment capacity. So there's really no need to upgrade this beyond what it currently is. If I read that correctly. We'll upgrade the trading port. You make your way over there. Brundisium. Technology needs to be researched. Yeah, with technology, we're pushing towards the cohort organization for the time being because I want to use the legionaries, right? I think it's fun, but now we're sort of still stuck in the older units. In terms of time-wise, we can already get there. Obviously, traditionally speaking, the conquest of Greece happened before I think the Marian reforms took place, definitely. But yeah, you know, let's just take a look at this.
How can I be of assistance?
Commander, ready for battle.
At your service.
Yeah, there. Right, so in terms of the eastern seas, we need a province, and maybe Armenia is actually better catered for that, but now it's heavily pushing to a trading port. I reckon it's fine, actually. I think we're gonna make you into the military wharf. Okay. You guys are still working. Yeah, you're not fully recovered yet. I'll give you a second.
At your command.
What can I push against these guys? Maybe we need to be aggressive on it. Right now these guys are gone. We can always retreat back and catch them with these guys. So let's do a settlement sabotage. See if that helps. I just want to move the border to this city, ideally, but these guys keep being annoying.
Siege to the settlement. Besieging the settlement.
Decent stack here. I can't win that.
Laying siege to the settlement.
That's why we need the workshop in place, which we're currently building in Medland. As soon as that's online, we can push in a better spot. Look, if someone comes in, I'll just retreat again. I just wonder if they're willing to let it go. We'll see. We're gonna find out soon enough. You guys, come over there. Then over here. You're recruiting, that's fine. Nothing to be done. Massalia. Push that, right? Income, we're still good. I think now with the auxiliary units, that really helps us out a bunch. you...
Ready for battle.
Like you're recovering. I'll give you a few more turns so that you're fully equipped.
Ready for battle.
For now, I think we're gonna ship you over to Corrales. You're on double time, right? Yeah. So come over here.
The waves still
And just land over there eventually. Cool. Right, quick check. Anything that needs to be done? Curriculum. What we're doing in the culture can use a boost. So fine, we'll make it to the Shrine of Jupiter.
Yes.
Like it was 6. There's not an immediate clear push. I think the push is going to be out east. So I think we're gonna bring you over here. That's fine. You've upgraded. Cool. What do we have? Yeah, we're gonna need to do an army which is specifically catered to besieging, probably heavily. I mean, do you want to do an army that has both infantry, or do you want to be able to load an army out with ballistas, have an army chase it at one turn? You essentially use that first army just to cover the ballistas, and then the other army, maybe. Just think about that. All units of parent army. That's not good. With arson, no. Seal based. Recruitment cost. Drill sergeant. Right, let's go with drill sergeant. That's pretty good. Anyone else need an upgrade? Nothing, everyone else is fine. Just to show you the family summary over here. So I played around with this a little bit because last time some people were very unhappy. So I had to secure some loyalty. I'm still trying to get this guy married. Now he can. Great. We've got all the other guys, which are essentially fine. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with you. You really need to use your promotion. And maybe I should use the wives. I'm going to send you provoke, no? Praise. I think this is fine for the time being. Yeah, so we're okay. We're not sort of pushing our luck too much. I think we're keeping the balance. If you look at sort of what you want to do, what you want to switch it, right? So what do I get? Right now I've got research rate, which I think is good. The loyalty is not great. Plus the public order, that's pretty good. And what do we have here? Number of edicts, research rate. And I might want to push this. You get the public order, that's helpful. Then again, I think public order we can sort of manage, where you get recruitment slots, political party for all parties, research rate across the board. For now it's only civil. I mean, I'm torn, right? On one hand, the Empire, it's a better option, but I'm thinking from a roleplay perspective, right? One of the things, if you look at the historical progress of the Roman Empire, one of the reasons I personally believe of the downfall that they had was the fact that they switched to an empire in the first place, right? One of the issues with moving to an empire or any form of dictatorial movement is that you introduce the issue of succession. Yeah, and okay, wait, if he fixes my guys in place, then we can't retreat and we're fucked. Hang on, no, this is not good. Large army. Do you think I can take this? There's a lot of skirmishers. I reckon we can take this. Right, if we play our cards right? I think we can. So let's fight this. Worst case, we have to retreat. But I think we can do a decent number of damage here. So let's see how we do. Stati, you're the front line.
Hold position. Principes!
2 units of Principes are hold in
Troops
reserve.
and awaiting orders.
Or maybe 1. Yeah, maybe 1
ready for
actually.
duty.
Never mind. So we put
Ready and waiting. Jupiter gives us strength.
3 over there.
Melee infantry ready.
3 over there.
General.
Their general is Principes. Oh shit, we need to swap that out. That's not good. Why is that general unit of Principes? The general die? I'm not sure. No idea how that works, to be honest. We are gonna need to swap that unit out.
Sons of Mars. Infantry.
It's a really weird army setup. I can't imagine because even normally that would be a unit of Triarii, not necessarily like this. So it's a really weird setup. Alright, and we're back. Bit of an interruption there, so I had to step out for a little bit. They were delivering my groceries. So I live sort of in a hotel slash apartment complex, right? So it's a setting where they have, let's say, both. Oh, you're veering very much. Of course. Take it easy, take it easy.
Run! Cassio! No!
Throw against the Thracian warriors. You guys come over here. Okay, pull back.
Warriors, move out!
Equites! Advance at speed!
Okay, these guys will hold nicely. Throw Pila, that'll do a number on them.
Jupiter gives us strength.
Why are you not throwing your Pila, guys?
Skirmishers!
Good, good.
Infantry!
Let's see what they do with the cavalry.
Skirmishers! Get running!
Principes!
Also move everyone up a bit. I want these guys to focus their fire on the cavalry units. That'll essentially deal with all of our situations. So put these up a bit closer.
Loose!
Can't deal with the cavalry units.
Equites! Riders, quickly now! Orders! Forward! To advance! Your orders! Engage!
Can't catch the cavalry.
Sucky!
Okay, you're gonna get badly bloodied here. Pull back, pull back.
Understood!
You guys deal with them.
General!
You guys push up.
Super glory! Ready and waiting!
Clear. Yeah, the cavalry took a beating here again. It's a lot of skirmishers in the army, so I reckon we'll be alright, but...
Melee troops! Advance!
Ah! Our general is under attack!
Infantry! Sucky! Break the lines!
Where's the other unit of cav? Yeah, all the way out there.
Proud Romans all! Forward! Commander! Orders! Astati! Etienne! Ready! For glory! Brave Romans to a man! Sucky Equites! Infantry! Ready and waiting! Jupiter gives us strength! Principes! Advance! Your orders! By your command!
Yeah, we're missing out on the cavalry to really deal a lot of damage on this. Which is not ideal. Skirmishers, come over here. See if you can do some additional damage on them. Yeah, take care of them. Okay, we're gonna lose the cavalry here, but I mean, okay, you stay back maybe because you're really badly hurt. You've got a few left, but also not too many.
Principes! Charge!
care of these guys.
Advance! Battle! Ready! Infantry!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Look, at least deal with all of them. Then, look, push comes to shove. Throw these guys in there. You guys do another charge on them. I think there's no other way right now. Cavalry, move out, move out. Cavalry's like hardly got any units left. Really painful. Alright. Take care of them. You guys just keep chasing these guys. I reckon if we can get rid of them in a pretty decent spot. Alright, you guys come over here.
At speed! Ready!
Socii equites! Riders, advance!
Romans ready for duty!
The men are wavering.
Yeah, I know. Charge into them. Right, this is a little bit messy. It's honestly it's a bit of a mismatch in terms of army composition, right?
Engage! Yours to command! Glory to Rome! Romans!
An entire unit has perished.
I know. Yeah, that's the end of the cavalry. Look, whatever, just charge these guys down, please.
Proud Romans all! Orders, extempo! Melee troops awaiting orders! Sons of Mars! Sons of Mars! Principes!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Romans ready for duty! Engage! Ready and waiting!
Keep charging on these guys, but we've got no way to get close. We've got some pila left, which we should use. But it's all turning a little bit
Melee
finicky.
infantry at your command! Yes, Commander! Brave Romans to a man!
Hey, look, at least we caught some of them now. That's good.
Principes! Big charge!
Right, move on to them. Yeah, skirmishers are incredibly annoying like that, but there's also no other way to get rid of them right now, unfortunately. I don't have the speed to catch them.
Proud Romans all! Melee troops!
We gotta deal with them.
Spear infantry ready!
Yeah, they're all
Romans
a bit
ready
tired
for
as well.
duty! Principes!
I know, it's painful.
Advance!
Keep charging them down. We'll just run them off the map if we really can't achieve anything else.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Chase them off the map. Yeah, we're not gonna catch them. We'll just end it here. Not the best, not the worst. We'll pull these guys back. We definitely won't be able to sort of push this siege, I think. Unless there's a shitload of mercenaries that we can employ as well, then we might just be able to pull it off. But otherwise, no way. Let's see what we've got left to work with. Clear victory is normally not the best sign. Let's see. Inspire. They're all the same, so whatever.
It is an honor to serve Rome.
We can do piracy. Okay, so that's something that we can consider. Where though? I want to know where the piracy is. They don't tell me where. They just say rampant piracy. Okay, but that doesn't tell me much.
For death and honor!
Any mercenaries that I can use? I mean, some, but not a whole lot. Okay, what happens when I push my luck?
Let them cower
before Rome.
Okay, pretty easy, honestly. We deal out most of the guys. I reckon we can just auto-resolve through this. Honestly, not a lot to it. Mainly skirmishers, and they're all heavily weakened, so yes, we'd definitely be able to get this. Therefore, go aggressive. And this gives us a much stronger base to pull from. Ideally, I don't want the border to be in Yader. I want the border to be over here in Dalmenium. We might make this into a garrison colonia. Roll this stuff down. Yeah, auxiliary barracks, and tear this one down. Great, okay, that essentially covers that piece. You're heavily bloodied, so for now... Yeah, your thing is trash, but... You can't get out now either way, so we'll just keep it for the time being. By the way, we need to solve... Okay, good, that actually died, so that solves that issue.
Ready for orders.
At your
Why
service.
can't you assassinate? Is that a skill that I need to give you?
How may I serve?
Right, take technology. Into the core organization. Maybe that's too early, actually. See, are we running behind in terms of civil stuff here anywhere? Let's go with that one first, right? Try to keep it somewhat in line. I'm happy to push it, but we do sort of need to keep that in mind.
Skills are yours.
So, in terms of skills wise, what do we need to give you to get the... So now these guys are very annoying, but I can't do anything with them.
At your service.
At your command.
What's wisdom? Send you over here.
Haste, men. You have further orders? At once.
Just to cover that one. That's all we really need to do for the time being.
Ready for orders.
You're fine over here. What we're really doing is garrisoning. You're fine over here. All right.
Yes.
Then we've got you.
Ready for orders.
You know, said we really need to pull the Astati in there. I reckon we can just play it. I don't know what the historical precedent is, right? Do you have fully auxiliary armies? Probably not. Maybe two like this is alright, actually. I think that suffices.
At your command.
I think we were still working towards the cavalry, so that'll come at a later point.
We hunger.
Quick look over here in Bora. Okay, put it on Jupiter now.
Commander.
And does that mean that we can pull you out?
Ready for further orders.
It does, great. Okay, so we'll push you up north, because there's no way we need you over here. And for you, double time. And make your way over there. Just a few more minutes, guys, and I think we're going to cut this episode over there, because we've got enough to work with. Can't afford it, okay, fine. Yeah, you're making your way over there.
It is an honor
And
to
you're
serve.
making your way over there.
Put your backs into it, you
First raiding army. Proper general, so that's already like a Roman unit. Maybe that's actually true, right? You've got a Roman general, and that's essentially the one that's keeping it all together. Maybe that should count. I don't know, we can think about it. Either way, these guys will pause there for the time being. I don't think we need the X guys in it per se. Well, keep them in for now. Gives them a little bit of extra boost power. And then we'll go for Epidamnos next turn, and I want to use the navy for that, primarily for the roleplay perspective, right? That's the idea that I had in mind with my navy, so I want to see if we can recreate that. Anything else that needs to be upgraded? You? Damn, this guy levels up like crazy. Cool. I think that's it. And turn there. Income is still very strong, despite having a decent number of units floating around at this point. So what I said earlier, right, about Rome essentially falling down because of the empire structure, I think succession is a... Fuck. That's not good. Yeah, no, I mean, they used my trick against me, so I can't be too mad at this. It's smart. Just sloppy on my end, I suppose. It's fine. We'll bring these guys back. Not the end of the world. It's a naval unit, so not ideal. Is what it is. Yeah, I need to start to get rid of... Okay, cool. Alright, so something worked. I don't know what these guys are still sailing around. But in terms of succession, what you get in the Empire is that really puts a strain on things, right? Where you just don't know who the next guy is going to be. It could be a complete idiot. Filthy animals. Okay. Where it gets that really tricky to sort of keep a stable succession rule, right? If it's all tied to the one person, then that automatically means that as soon as that person falls away, that's essentially it, right? And then you keep getting stuck in internal wars and civil wars, and at that point, it becomes really hard to do anything proper. So I think by keeping it a republic, or by keeping in line with having a consul, having a co-consul, keeping it a more balanced approach, I think from a role-playing perspective, we're trying to safeguard the republic, safeguard the dream that is Rome, without sort of leading into the imperial position, which I think is one of the things that really hurt. That really hurt Rome down the line. Alright, quick look here. Anything else that we immediately need to do? I'm primarily looking for any ports that we haven't upgraded yet. Those will definitely put some additional effort in, but for now I think we're alright. Rebel armies. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too fussed about these guys, right? We're sort of working with them, but it's generally speaking fine. Harbor for you. Yep. And where possible, if I can sort of upgrade them to something, then that's generally speaking fine, if they're not too expensive, especially. I know we had some slums. Where was this? Iowa, right? Yeah, I keep forgetting about this. Stupid, honestly, on my end. What's wisdom here? How's the culture? Primarily Latin. So you can probably get away with doing something tied to the maritime commerce over here. Industry. No. Maritime commerce. Go with Neptune. You guys are still fine. And everyone else is building. Cool. Yeah, so you make your way into Rurales. You can't get in? You can't get in. You can't quite manage. That's fine, we'll do the next turn. You. Are you still going? Yep, you are. Okay, so keep this nice and easy. Stay in our own waters here. Next turn, you can do a raid on the city over there. So that'll be good fun. I'll save that for the next episode. Then I think we're gonna cut it here. This is essentially it. We've managed to make a push, which is good. It's all still primarily obviously coastal based. I think we're gonna stay with that track. Instead of pushing into Gaul, which we could do, I think we're gonna push into the Greek settlements over here. Possibly down to Egypt, so we'll refocus our efforts down south. But yeah, I think for the time being, we'll leave it here. Thanks for tuning in. I had a blast again. WallStreetWarlord out.